Greetings, sending all some warm, positive vibrations from the garden. This is Body-Culinary, and I have something I want to share with you all. Something special from the garden. I got a little surprise for y'all. If y'all want to see, you can hang out. Tune in to the end of the video. So I'm going to be sharing some Kaala and some honeycomb essence fresh from the garden now. This did cost me a few bee stings. If you're interested in these garden meanderings, then feel free to stay tuned to the channel. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm Body-Culinary, professional chef, personal trainer, natural-born woman, mother, lover of a natural lifestyle, or as close as I can get to it in these times that we are living in. And on this channel, I love to share some of my journey of radical self-acceptance, really accepting and celebrating the unique features that I have been divinely assigned while out here on this earth plane. And I also love to share some motivation and encouragement to some leverage activities, 3 lifestyle practices, which I have found have been serving me for years, and I think they will continue to serve me throughout my tenure here on the earth plane. So those 3 lifestyle practices, and you're welcome to join me, are peaceful consumption, food that loves you back, food that is kind and peaceful to your arteries, to your lungs, to your epithelial cells, to your brain, to your stomach, to your gut, to your skin, to your muscles, to your longevity, to your vitality. Food that doesn't deposit a whole lot of waste on your waistline. I'm looking at this one little tomato that has popped out over here that is so pretty. I think I'm going to have to eat it. Also, a personal movement practice. That can be whatever combination of cardio, flexibility, strength you like. That can be belly dancing. That can be jump rope. That can be double dutch. That can be roller skating. That can be capoeira, African dance. A personal movement practice. These are deeply therapeutic lifestyle practices. And then, of course, we have garden therapies. I'm out here in my Neil garden that started from nothing. Watching things bloom. Some things go to the end of their life cycle. Some things seeding. Some things just sprouting up. Like I have a bunch of new kale that is sprouting. So those are 3 leverage lifestyle activities that we can all have access to and be creative. Even if you don't have a big space, you can perhaps find a community garden to share the work with, which is a lot of fun. You can make use of the internet. I encourage you to make a positive use of the internet, to leverage this opportunity to peek into each other's kitchens and get some inspiration and motivation to get into action around what you say you value. So there are several resources that are available to you. Of course, if you're interested in coaching around whole living foods, around the lifestyle, as well as eating healthier as a lifestyle, getting into the garden, starting your personal movement practice, and you'd like some support, well, then you're welcome to fill out the application and see if Flowah Fit Coaching and Community is for you. There is a totally free aspect of it, and there's also some paid coaching, which is very affordable in groups. And yeah, I really love it. You get to see what everybody else is doing in terms of their healthy food and making it more and more beautiful and sustainable. There is also some coaching around fitness, very specific, someone that's been in the fitness industry for many, many years. You get some feedback so you can be effective and efficient with the time that you do have. There's also available there's natural beauty, no products if you have lots of acne, and whole living foods in the hood with menus to fit your budget. So this is a guide to whole, fresh living foods as a lifestyle, not a diet. So whatever label you want to call yourself, that's your beeswax. However, we can all benefit from more whole, fresh living, unprocessed foods. And who doesn't want to be free of a million products and allow your skin to breathe? That says someone has had truckloads of acne. Over here in this little corner of the internet, natural bodies matter. If you have small tetas, larger tetas, just want to make sure that they're growth and tumor free and that we're feeding ourselves with food that the cells can still recognize, with their living water and life force and enzymes and all of their micronutrients intact, right? That's the goal over here. You may be one of those folks that are endeavoring to see, what is it that my hair can actually do? I want to be set free. So there's also, you'll find the video on this channel, the Afro Locks Freedom Hair Regimen, which is so low maintenance, so stress free. I wish I knew about this because my hair had been dragging onto the floor. I could have cut it down and grew again, but no pulling, no chemical burns, no compromising my precious brain, keeping my edges intact. It's just stress free. So who doesn't want to be just stress free? So it's a beautiful, simple lifestyle. So feel free, if you find value here, to subscribe, give the video a like so I know what kind of content. Perhaps share with someone that could use some motivation. So on to our surprise. I'm so excited. Certain things get me excited. This might be boring to some folks. I don't know. But I'm going to share some treats with y'all. And I am in the garden. So we've had, oh, this smells so exquisite. So I've been getting chased out of the garden. I've been getting chased out of the garden by some bees. And I've experienced different types of bees here in the garden. So we did have to let them go. My sister was trying to save them, but we're not experienced yet. Oh my gosh, all this nectar is seeping out of it. We're not experienced with keeping bees yet. So that's going to have to come somewhere down the line. So we did have to call somebody in. So this is just a fraction of what we pulled out of the garden. So can you believe this? And if you would have smelled, this is so exquisite. Now there are still some bees in here. And I did step on, this week I stepped on 2 rusty nails. Look at that. I stepped on 2 rusty nails, and I also stepped, oh, I think I see some larvae in there. And I also stepped on a bee stinger, and I was told that even if the bee is like a year old and it's dead, you can still feel the same sting from getting stung by the bee. Can you see that? Isn't that, I mean, oh my gosh, it smells exquisite. I used to work for a French company selling gourmet salts and olive oils and stuff like that. And they used to sell actually this essence. And look at this. It's dripping, the honeycomb. It's actually dripping. That's not water, y'all. That's the honey. Now, I can't eat this because they did spray it so that we can remove it. It smells so good. You almost like want to bathe in it. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? I'm telling y'all. Now, it's almost like you're drawn to want to eat this, but I know that I cannot. And it was so many large ones that came out of this area. They had built a home. We had to have bees removed from one. Oh my gosh, I see some more of the eggs of the bees right there. Look at this. I don't want to drip it on the computer because unfortunately I dropped my phone in the garden. Always got so much stuff going on here. But this whole bag full of nectar. Oh my gosh, it smells like, oh, honey perfume. So I can't keep it. I'm gonna have to get rid of it. But I'm just so in amazement. I'm so in awe by nature. This is like real reality TV here. This is reality TV. So we're not going to hold on to that, but I just wanted to share that little miracle. I don't know if y'all can appreciate this stuff. Look, I don't want to put honey all over the computer because then we've got ants, we've got lizards. There's all kind of creatures going on in here. And I need a rag to wipe my hands. I've got fresh cotton in here from a cotton tree that I got from down south. So it's a lot of business going on in here. So I'm just going to have to massage my little hand. Oh my gosh, this feels so emollient. Where can I? It's my hands. Hold on, y'all. So I tell you, I be sporting a garden manicure out here. So here's the fashion. And y'all like my shoes? Let me rinse my hand for these ants company. Think about all the money we spend for honey moisturizers. I got my blue snow peas coming up over here. Oh no, it's dripping. Okay, the ants is going to be coming in a minute. I'm going to have to dispose of this because I'm going to have a whole bunch of ants on me in 2 seconds. If you drop a 1 iota of food, especially something sweet, they send out a signal. Let me rinse that over here, honey. These fire ants will bite the mess out of you. Okay, so that's that so far. Okay, that's our first treat. Greetings. So if you didn't catch it, you might have to catch the replay to see the honeycomb and the honey essence. Okay, so our second treat of the day in the garden is called Kaala. Now, it's a Mayan herb. I don't know if it's considered a rhizome. I have a list. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly. But this is a popular herb, and it looks really furry. So this is a top blood cleanser. And when I went to research it, there's several herbs like bitter melon, things in the rhizome family that are being used extensively in autoimmune diseases. I think they might be using it in so-and-so IV testing. and other stuff. But isn't this an amazing little herb? So this is something that you cut up and you boil. So there's so many. I just want to tell you, Mother Nature in every environment is going to give you a treat, something to eat, and something to clean you out, something to clean your blood in every environment, even the so-called colder region. So I found a whole list of what this is good for. There's also here there's Surasy, there's Contribo, there's Provision Bark, right? There's all these different medicinal plants. I'm constantly amazed. I gotta find it. So any of you familiar? Is this grown in any of your tropical environments, Kalawala? I had to get some. I had to try some. And I'm not afraid. Wow, these are amazing. Just like how these grow. I'm not afraid of bitters, y'all. This is actually a food group that many of us we fight the bitters. We don't want the bitters. We'll take the Coke, we'll take the Pepsi, we'll take the vegan Pepsi now, which is kombucha. They're putting so much sweetener in it. Now I call it like a vegan Pepsi. We don't mind the treaty treats. The very things, however, that we're avoiding are likely the very things for us to embrace to help us neutralize food addiction and using food to pacify ourselves and to soothe us as a coping mechanism to deal with all this external stimuli, extra stimuli, and stress, and all this noise blaring at us from all these different environments. I think I'm gonna have to pick this little tomato right here. Hold on. Oh, baby, excuse me. Thank you. Oh, so cute little baby tomato. I consider these little miracles. So don't be mad at me, y'all. I'm gonna wipe it off and I'm gonna eat it right here in the garden. It's so pretty. Mmm. It's super sweet. Oh my gosh. Mmm. I see a couple. I see one, two, three. I see three, four. I see 5 flowers. So I see the flowers. I'm gonna get stung by a bee. Well, I see the flowers. I know that fruit is coming right behind it. Greetings, daughters. Greetings, greetings. So I know once I see the little flowers, I know that I'm going to see fruit soon. And so I'm looking right across, and the mangoes now are about this big. This big. I'm seeing mangoes. There's a little bit of sugar cane behind me. I don't know what this tree is, but there have been some squirrels over here doing some work. And my sister and I were watching this one squirrel we see quite often. The other day we saw the squirrel. He looked like his neck was coming out here. So I don't know if he had something in his mouth, or he was saving up some food, or if he had some kind of growth going on, but he was keeping it moving. He was still, that did not stop him. That's why I'm so amazed in the garden. He ran all the way over here, down over here, collecting stuff to bring for his home, I guess, for his family over here. And then these bees. So I did get stung. The other day I got stung in my face. I got stung in my butt. I got stung today on my arm. I got stung in my foot, which is still burning. And I just think it's so amazing that the bees, they do everything to protect the queen. So I was told initially when we found them that there's a queen around here. And it's interesting watching the ants, the bees, and the birds. So many lessons. I find these lessons much more profound than anything. No offense. I grew up religious than any religion I've ever encountered. So the bees are looking to protect the queen. And this is why I'm always talking to farmers, y'all, because I get so much information. I was just talking to someone again that takes care of bees. And shout out to one of my divine flowers of Naomi Hanna of Sachat's Herbs and Sachat's Brush, an artist, and she teaches a permaculture design course, which is phenomenal. I invite you all to invest. She's done beekeeping, all kinds of tropical indigenous culture certification. So it's nice to have these kinds of folks as your homies and your friends. And she has some experience with beekeeping. So one of the farmers that I was just speaking to, I'm not going to lie, they did expire, unlike the bees, because they've been chasing me out of the garden for a while. I mean, you can really get jacked up with the bees. We were trying to hold on, but we're not really proficient in caring for the bees. Right after they were removed today, not even a couple of hours, there was a farmer that I was talking to. He said, I wish I had known it was you. I would come over and take care of the bees for you. He could have secured the queen, and he also cultivates honey. And he said the bees won't bother you. It's just that when it's harvest season, which I did not know, it's harvest season, and they remove all of these big honeycombs. I got to see if I can find some pictures. I'll share the pictures on perhaps Instagram or inside the community section. So these big, bigger than a section of the honeycomb that I just shared. So you got to replay it so you can see the honeycomb, because honey is dripping all over here and the ants are going to come get me. But he said the bees are actually protecting the harvest. So they're actually very angry that we have ousted them, but they were becoming overgrown, which has happened before, because a couple of them will survive and they'll go make a home somewhere else. So there's so many tasks to do in the garden. I don't know how you could ever be bored. I don't see how you could ever be bored. And it's so exciting. If you just think of, not to make bad or wrong, if you think of all the, how enticed we are by looking at a lot of the reality shows, and how this one has her hair, and this one's cheating with this one's boyfriend or man, and blah, blah, blah. It's so much that's happening inside the garden. I tell you, it's like reality TV. So we got the bees. We've got some corn coming up. We've got lizards. We'll see if the lizards are going to try to take our corn. So usually they're going to take something from the garden. We've got ants. We've got pink, or these fuchsia-colored dragonflies. We just are repairing 2 beds, and hopefully this afternoon we're going to repair some more beds. I've been using recycled lumber for the beds. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 7 beds on this side, raised beds, and maybe 4 on this side, in addition to several hips. And this is a little small yard that started from nothing, right? And I actually have food that I can eat, like random stuff. I still supplement with things from the local farmers, and I love speaking to local farmers. So I get so much information from them, and I think sometimes they're surprised that someone is even interested. There are actually a lot of people. There are a lot of folks today where they're several generations removed from the soil. So there's a lot of traditions around the different plants that are not being passed down. That a lot of people sometimes see in my system, like, what are y'all doing out in the sun? Aren't you hot? And I'm thinking, like, my ancestors, they didn't have no sunscreen. Not that I want to get all crispy, but I'm just so blessed to be able to suck in the vitamin D through my skin. So we've gone sesame seeds here and harvested them, child. You would have thought we was in Africa. It was actually too much, kind of almost too much for 2 people to harvest. So you can really see the benefit and have people to grow your plants with. So we've harvested sesame seeds. We're growing more sunflowers, zinnia, oregano, sweet potatoes, tomatoes, squash, new broccoli, watermelon, ginger, different types of oregano. I've got some new seedlings, and I have some drought-resistant organic heirlooms that need to go in the ground. It's actually a lot of work, but it's a wonderful meditation, and it's you can just hear, you can hear your own intuition. You can hear your own clarity in the quiet of the garden when we turn down all of this blaring information that's clogging up all of our channels. So I'm just excited. I just wanted to share that little treat with you, the Kaala. And I'm so tempted to open up this honeycomb again. I just know these ants are going to come for me. Should I show it to you again? I'll show it to you one more time. This is so exciting. Y'all let me know. Is this reality TV? Is this boring to you all? Am I the only one that gets excited by this stuff? So shout out to Ingrid from Toronto, Toomey Johnson, Salka Spray, who was on Nonconformist Eyewear, some of my favorite, Selena Cordoba L, some of my favorite women with locks and loving a natural lifestyle. I don't know if she comes on to YouTube, but definitely Higher Heights, some of the best products I have ever put on my skin. And if she should come on this channel, shout out to you, Nonye. I am harvesting, well, I'm looking to harvest some more frangipani. The flowers are absolutely exquisite. And I am growing more flowers this season, so I don't want to drip all of that. Some of the bees are unalived. They're unalived. Excuse us. They had to go back to the ancestors and to nature. But we can't eat this because this has been sprayed. We're getting, it's not so much personal, but they're protecting themselves. And the other thing, that's the bees, right? So I gotta be careful. Ooh, my child. I wish I could sink my teeth in here. This is coming from my little yard. Look at that. Can y'all see that? It's like dripping, and it's the scent. The scent is so exquisite. Oh my goodness! Like, okay, so I don't do agave nectar. I don't buy honey. I think it would really sink my teeth into that. And this is just coming from the yard, and they're taking the pollen from all the different flowers, from the okra flowers and from the zinnia. I'm just so, I'm telling you, I'm inviting you. I'm inviting you. Everybody can grow something. Yes, you can do that. I can. No, I started out in stockings, recycled containers, all different types of recycled containers, water bottles, stockings like pantyhose stockings, um, jars, recycled jars in my kitchen, on my countertop as I was traveling. So everybody can grow something. You really, really can. Oh my gosh, it feels so exquisite. Can you imagine if I was put this on my skin, but I can't? It's so tempting. Let this be sprayed, so this we cannot use. I'm gonna spray my hands again. I'm getting honey all over me. Isn't it? This is crazy. And it feels like an elixir. It's definitely very moisturizing. So let me spray because I know the ants are coming. And it's so interesting, right? You see cottage core trending. Sometimes I'll do my little creative styles, my little fine here. And so, someone was saying, why don't you put cottage core? And I remember thinking initially, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Daughters of the Dust. If you have seen Daughters of the Dust, if you haven't, this current generation, I invite you to treat yourself to Daughters of the Dust. Oh my gosh, back in the day, that was groundbreaking in terms of the cinematography. So you can see get a glimpse of the Gullah Geechee people. And I would love to hear your feedback on Cottage Core and Daughters of the Dust. And look at the feast of the foods that we were having. Check the hair out, Daughters of the Dust. I'm not sure where you can find it. If you might be able to find it on Netflix, you can find clips of the movie here on YouTube. I want y'all to check out Daughters of the Dust, right? Kind of like before Cottage Core. Or maybe everybody has their version on their part of the world of cottage core or cottage or slow living. Oh, child, these ants is coming to me. I don't mean to do it, but I'm gonna have to hold you out because we got some fire ants between the bees and the fire ants. When these things are done biting you and they let go your leg or whatever, it's still stinging like fire. So I just wanted to share those treats with you. Let me know if you're familiar at all with Kaala in your neck of the woods or your part. It smells so divine over here like honey. If you're familiar with this herb or bitter melon, I don't have the bitter melon pictured here. I'm going to put some more bitter melon in the ground. It's good for all of us flowers to have different things to luxuriate ourselves, right? Instead of thinking always jumping in the car, the bus to go to Whole Foods, how about think of I think of my Grandma Lou, she was in her 90s, Great Grandma Jean, she was in the 90s, and Great Grandma Mackie in the 90s. All of them vibrant, all their good common sense. I saw all of them rocking their hair. I saw all of them rocking their natural skin. Grandma Lou was extremely comfortable in her skin with her plaits. Most beautiful, present, and pleasant person I have ever encountered. And they pulled things from their yard. They made liniment and herbal concoctions, and dinner was usually done by early in the afternoon. I think there's something to be said for that part of our culture. So let me know. Are you familiar with Kaala? What do you think of the honeycomb and the honey essence that came from our yard? I'm telling y'all, there's so many little miracles and a whole other kind of reality TV that is waiting for us in the gardens. Remember, we've got 3 lifestyle practices. You're welcome to join me Monday through Thursday. If you're an early riser, deep breathing, relaxation, goal setting, and intentions, it's at 4:30 in the morning. Have your own ashram inside your own apartment. 5 o'clock, we do hit it and quit it training and the coaching. That's cardio, flexibility, and strength training in one nice little Tootsie Roll. And also some coaching on being effective, corrective exercises. You've got issues with your knees, your back, your shoulders, proper form so that you're not wasting your time, right? And as you learn how to tweak your form, you'll get so much more out of less right in the little home or apartment that you pay rent and mortgage. Set up your own nice little area for your personal movement practice. So feel free to comment respectfully in the comment section. Let me know what you think of the honeycomb. Have you started your garden yet? If not, why not? What are you waiting for? What's missing? What do you need? What do you think in your quiet moments? What do you need to trigger you, to activate you to get into action around the things that you say are your core values, that you say are important to you? So this is Body Culinary. I'll see y'all soon. Check me out TikTok, Kwasa with a K, peaceful like full belly eating, Kwasa peaceful eating on Facebook, and Body Culinary here and on Instagram and all that social media. See y'all soon.